My child, breathe deeply for a moment, because you are not here by accident. You were guided to this exact second by a divine appointment woven into your path long before you opened your eyes today. My beloved one, heaven has aligned this moment with perfect precision, the kind spoken of in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1, where every purpose under heaven has its appointed time. You are now standing at the edge of such a time, a holy moment where the atmosphere around your life begins to shift. My precious one, be still inside, just as Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 invites you, for I am drawing near to speak to you gently, yet with the full weight of my presence. This is not ordinary. This is a sacred whisper meant for your spirit. Something is opening, something is healing, something is being revealed, and your heart is ready to receive it. Let these words settle in you and prepare you, because what is coming next carries the breath of heaven and the direction your soul has been longing for. My child, come closer in spirit and let your heart grow quiet for a moment, because I have been watching you with a tenderness deeper than you know. I saw the way your chest tightened when life pressed on you. I noticed the heaviness you tried to carry alone, the thoughts that swirled before sleep, the mornings when you rose already tired. My beloved one, that weight you feel is not a sign of failure. It is the signal of a soul that has been fighting battles far beyond the surface. Even when you felt unseen by people, you were never unseen by me. I was there in every quiet breath, in every small sigh you released into the air when you thought no one heard. This moment you are in now is not coincidence. It is a divine pause meant to realign your path, to steady your heart, and to remind you that I am closer than your next heartbeat. My precious one, you have been walking through days that felt longer than anyone around you realized. I watched you wipe tears with the back of your hand so no one would ask questions. I saw the way you steadied yourself in the mirror, telling your heart to keep going when it wanted to collapse. You thought these moments disappeared into silence, yet they rose before me like tiny flames that never went out. Even in the valley, my hand never left you. When doubt whispered at night, I stood guard over your spirit. When you woke before dawn, unsure of what the day would demand of you, I was already there waiting to strengthen you. My child, you did not make it here by your own power. You were carried. You have been wondering why certain things felt difficult, why progress seemed slow, why confusion clung to places where clarity should have lived. My beloved one, this is because you were trying to build your life with tools that were too heavy for you to carry alone. You tried to fix what was broken with pure effort instead of resting in my presence. You pushed yourself to stay strong, even when your inner voice begged for gentleness. I saw the exhaustion behind your eyes. I saw the way you fell asleep, praying for peace. I saw the times when you reached for comfort in places that only drained you more. You were not abandoned. You were in preparation. The ground beneath you was being cleared so new things could grow. My precious one, hear me now with a calm spirit. Nothing that seemed lost was truly lost. The delays were not denials. The doors that stayed shut were not punishments. They were protections. I withheld certain paths because they would have broken you. I slowed your steps because the right timing had not yet risen. I let certain people leave because your spirit was not meant to be shaped by their absence of care. You cried over things I was removing, not knowing that what left your life was making space for what would truly honor your heart. Trust this truth. You have not been going backward. You have been turning toward the place where you belong. My child, you have carried burdens that were never meant to stay on your shoulders. The worries that visited you in the middle of the night, the questions that circled without rest, the pressure to hold everything together. These were signs that your spirit was calling for my peace. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not faithless for feeling unsure. You are human, tender, and deeply loved. Feel the stillness I place around you now. Let it settle. Let it breathe. Let it soften the tension in your chest. I am bringing you into a season where peace becomes your shelter, not your visitor. Where clarity becomes your companion, not a fleeting moment. My beloved one, I know you sometimes wondered if you missed your moment, if you made wrong turns, if your life slipped behind schedule. But hear me with gentleness. You are exactly where you need to be for what comes next. Divine timing is never late. Divine timing does not rush. Divine timing arrives when your spirit is ready to hold what you once prayed for. You are stepping into that readiness now. You may not feel it fully yet, but your soul feels the shift. The inner room of your heart is being cleared to receive what was always meant for you. Step by step, the fog is lifting. Step by step, the light grows brighter. My precious one, I am healing places within you that you stopped mentioning. The quiet hurts, the betrayals you tried to forget, the disappointments you tucked away with a small smile. I am touching all of it with tenderness. What felt like permanent wounds will become testimonies of how far you have come. You will not carry the old heaviness into your next chapter. I am transforming it into wisdom, into strength, into compassion that deepens your purpose. You are entering a season where what made you cry will no longer rule your heart. What once drained you will lose its power. What once confused you will become clear in ways you never imagined. My child, breathe softly now. You do not need every answer. You only need trust. Trust that I hold the answers. Trust that I walk beside you. Trust that you are guided, protected, and prepared. You are stepping into a gentle unfolding, a quiet awakening, a shift that will feel like a dawn rising inside your spirit. This is only the beginning, my child. Let your heart stay open as you continue to hear these words, for I am drawing you deeper into the truth of what has been unfolding around you. There were moments when you felt as if everything in your life was shaking at once, as if the ground you stood on could no longer support you. You wondered why relationships shifted, why plans unraveled, why the things you once leaned on no longer held you. My beloved one, none of that happened to break you. It happened to free you. I gently loosened your grip from what could not go with you into your next season. I allowed what was unstable to fall away so that what is meant for you can finally stand firm. You were never losing. You were being positioned. Everything that felt like an ending was quietly opening the way for a beginning. Your spirit has been ready for more than your mind realizes. My precious one, I saw you trying to make sense of the storms that came without warning. I watched you question yourself, thinking you caused something to go wrong, believing you failed in some hidden way. But listen closely. You did not fail. You did not fall short. You simply outgrew the places that once felt comfortable. Your spirit expanded even when you did not notice it happening. The very things that felt like resistance were the winds that pushed you toward the next chapter. The discomfort you felt was not punishment. It was spiritual stretching. I was preparing you to receive more, to carry more, to stand in more light than you ever have before. If it felt heavy, it was because the old layers were lifting off of you. My child, I know there were days when you tried to be strong for everyone else, even while your own heart trembled. You held responsibilities quietly. You carried emotional weight others never saw. You encouraged people even when your own hope felt thin. I watched the way you helped others heal while hiding your own wounds behind gentle smiles. None of that went unnoticed. Every act of kindness, every quiet sacrifice, every moment you loved, even when you were tired, rose before me like incense. You have no idea how much your faithfulness has protected your path. You have no idea how many battles I fought on your behalf because of the purity of your heart. You thought you were moving through life alone. You were never alone. I walked with you through every step, holding you steady when your strength wavered. My beloved one, there were whispers inside you that told you something was shifting. You felt moments of unexplained pressure, as if something unseen was pushing at your spirit. That was not your imagination. That was the spiritual realm rearranging itself around you. What you could not see was the preparation happening in the background. I sent angels to clear what tried to block you. I dismantled plans formed against your joy. I redirected paths that would have drained your spirit. Even in the stillness, when nothing in the natural world seemed to change, everything in the unseen was moving, aligning, preparing. You were covered in ways you never realized. My precious one, I saw the nights when you could not sleep because your mind would not quiet down. I felt the moments when your breath grew shallow from the weight of unspoken worries. You tried so hard to push through without burdening anyone. You convinced yourself you had to figure everything out on your own. But hear me, you were never expected to carry your life by yourself. You were never meant to hold every problem alone. Even in the stillness before dawn, when you sat awake wondering how things would ever come together, I was sitting beside you. I listened to the prayers you whispered into the dark. I saw the tears you brushed away quickly. I caught every single one. I responded even when you did not feel it yet. My child, be gentle with yourself for all the ways you tried to survive. You did your best. You showed up when you wanted to hide. You kept moving when your spirit felt exhausted. You stayed kind even when life was unkind to you. Those actions matter more than you know. They shaped your spirit. They strengthened your inner foundation. They prepared you for the transformation now unfolding. What felt like survival will soon become testimony. What felt like endurance will become strength. What felt like waiting will become fulfillment. My beloved one, the confusion you felt was never the end of your story. It was the clearing of the old so the new could take form. The heaviness was the breaking of chains you did not realize you carried. The restlessness was your spirit sensing that change was near. You are stepping out of the fog now. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into peace that flows not from circumstances, but from my presence. The world around you may not understand your journey, but your spirit knows exactly where it is being led. My precious one, inhale slowly. Let the air fill you with stillness. Let it soften the tension that has lived in your body for too long. You are safe. You are held. You are guided. Nothing in your story has been wasted. Not the pain, not the confusion, not the waiting. All of it has been woven into a path that now begins to open. Trust this unfolding, for it is sacred. Trust this moment, for it is divine. Trust yourself, for you are finally becoming who you were always meant to be. My child, keep your heart tender as you move with me into this next part, because what I am revealing to you now reaches into places you have carried in silence for years. My beloved one, you have walked through seasons where you felt like your prayers disappeared into the air. You wondered why certain answers took so long, why some chapters dragged on, why relief always seemed just out of reach. You questioned if I heard you, if I saw you, if I still remembered what you asked for with trembling hands. But hear me deeply. I saw every prayer. I counted every tear. I held every hope you whispered when you felt too tired to speak loudly. Not a single moment slipped past me. You were never forgotten, my precious one. The reason some blessings felt delayed was not because you were undeserving. It was because the soil of your life needed time to be prepared. Seeds planted too early cannot survive. Fruit forced before its season cannot grow sweet. You were being shaped from within. I was strengthening your character, widening your capacity, softening your spirit, and healing the places that would have cracked under the weight of future blessings. What felt like waiting was actually becoming. What felt like silence was the sound of roots deepening. What felt like emptiness was the clearing of space so something greater could settle. My child, I know you looked around at others and wondered why their lives seemed to bloom while yours felt like winter. You compared your timeline to theirs and questioned if something in you was broken. But your journey was never meant to resemble anyone else's. You are not behind. You are not late. You are aligned with a rhythm that is uniquely yours. Just as the sun rises at its appointed time, and just as the tide follows its ordained pull, your life unfolds under divine timing. Even Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, whispers that the vision awaits an appointed hour. And my beloved one, your hour has begun to stir. My precious one, I saw the moments you felt defeated. I watched you fight battles you never talked about. I watched you get back up when your heart could barely lift itself. I watched you love people who did not return what you gave. I watched you carry burdens that would have broken others. I watched you keep showing up even when your hope felt thin. These quiet victories of the soul built a strength in you no storm can steal. You thought you were barely hanging on, but from where I sit, you were growing wings. My child, let me tell you something you rarely allow yourself to believe. You have done far better than you think. You have survived seasons designed to crush your spirit. You have walked through disappointment with grace. You have endured loneliness with dignity. You have faced inner darkness and still chosen light. You have been stretched beyond comfort, yet your heart has not hardened. You have been disappointed, yet you continue to believe there is good ahead. This is the kind of faith that moves heaven. This is the kind of resilience that shakes the plans of darkness. This is why the enemy tried so hard to tire you, distract you, overwhelm you. He feared who you would become if you ever realized how powerful your spirit was. My beloved one, listen gently now. The discouragement you felt recently was not a sign of failure. It was the last resistance before breakthrough. When the dawn is closest, the night grows coldest. When the blessing is near, the battle intensifies. When the door is about to open, the hallway feels suffocating. These are spiritual patterns woven into the unseen realm. So when you felt pressure pressing down on every part of you, you were actually standing on the threshold of something holy. You did not collapse. You stayed. That single choice carried more spiritual weight than you know. My precious one, even when you thought nothing was happening, I was aligning pieces behind the scenes. I was moving people into position. I was closing wrong doors so the right ones could be recognized. I was softening hearts that needed to return. I was clearing pathways you would soon walk. I was preparing opportunities that would fit you perfectly. I was shaping the version of you that would be able to receive them. Just because you could not see the movement did not mean it was not taking place. The roots of a tree grow quietly, but they are the foundation of everything that rises later. My child, breathe with ease. You are not stepping into a random blessing. You are stepping into a chapter that was written for you before you ever felt the first pang of loneliness. A chapter that honors your endurance. A chapter that rewards your faithfulness. A chapter that brings healing to places you forgot were hurting. A chapter where what once confused you now makes sense. A chapter where what once hurt you now strengthens you. A chapter where peace becomes normal instead of rare. My beloved one, your spirit is beginning to recognize this shift. That is why your desires are changing. That is why your heart feels both tender and expectant. That is why you feel drawn to release old habits, old fears, old versions of yourself. You are shedding the weight of yesterday because it cannot follow you into tomorrow. You are awakening. You are rising. You are aligning with what your soul has been praying for. My precious one, hold on to this truth. Nothing was wasted. Not the tears, not the questions, not the storms, not the waiting. Every piece of your journey has prepared the ground for what is unfolding now. You are stepping into divine timing. You are stepping into restoration. You are stepping into clarity. And you are stepping into a love that never left you for a single moment. My child, stay with me as we move deeper into what your spirit has been sensing, because this part of the journey speaks to wounds that have lived quietly beneath your strength. My beloved one, there were moments when life felt heavier than anything you knew how to carry. You held your breath through situations that shook you. You tried to stay composed when everything inside you was unraveling. You kept a brave face for others, even while you felt like you were crumbling on the inside. I saw all of it. I saw the way you sat in silence after everyone else had gone to sleep. I saw you lean your head against the wall just to steady your heart. I saw the questions you swallowed because you did not want to burden anyone. And my precious one, I held you through every single one of those moments. My child, you often believed you had to be strong because no one else stepped in. But you did not realize that I was stepping in every time your voice grew too soft to fight. When you felt like you could not take another step, I carried the weight you thought was your own. When you felt like no one understood you, I understood the parts you never spoke out loud. When you felt like you were invisible, I was watching you with more love than you thought you deserved. The world may have overlooked you at times. People may have misread your heart, but I never did. I knew exactly who you were beneath every mask you wore to survive. My beloved one, you learned to be strong because life demanded it, not because you wanted it. You learned to hold yourself together because falling apart never felt like an option. You learned to keep going because stopping didn't seem safe. But my precious one, you can breathe now. You are not in that season anymore. You do not have to brace yourself for impact at every turn. You do not have to anticipate disappointment the way you once did. The survival version of you is no longer required. Your spirit is entering a gentler season, and I am preparing you to experience peace without fear that it will disappear. My child, I know you have been afraid to trust moments of calm because quietness used to mean something was about to go wrong. You associated stillness with danger because storms often came right after the moments you felt peace. But hear me, the storm you survived is not returning. The chaos that once surrounded you is losing its grip. You are not being set up for hurt. You are being set free. I am teaching your heart to rest again. I am teaching your spirit to recognize comfort instead of crisis. I am teaching your mind to receive peace without suspicion. My beloved one, you were not weak in the days you struggled. You were strong in ways you never realized. You endured emotional battles that would have broken many. You walked through betrayal that cut deeper than words could express. You faced uncertainties that stretched your faith thin, yet you never stopped reaching for hope. Even when you felt numb, you still whispered small prayers. Even when you felt distant from me, you still looked in my direction. Even when your heart felt bruised, you still believed love existed. These quiet acts of faith carried you farther than you know. My precious one, I know you sometimes wondered why I allowed certain heartbreaks. You questioned why I did not stop people from hurting you or prevent situations from collapsing. But listen gently now. Some doors had to close so your spirit could breathe again. Some people had to leave so your heart could heal. Some plans had to fall apart so you would no longer settle for what was smaller than your calling. You were not being punished. You were being redirected. You were being guarded from futures that would have drained you. You were being led away from environments that could not honor the light inside you. My child, let me tell you something you rarely allow yourself to believe. You deserve the peace that is coming. You deserve the love that will meet you with gentleness. You deserve the opportunities that will value your heart. You deserve the stability that will allow you to rest. You deserve to feel safe, not cautious. You deserve to feel supported, not drained. You deserve to feel chosen, not tolerated. I am bringing these things into your life, not because you earned them through perfection, but because you stayed faithful through imperfection. My beloved one, healing does not always arrive as a dramatic moment. Sometimes it comes quietly. In the morning you wake up and the heaviness is lighter. In the conversation where you notice you no longer flinch. In the memory that no longer burns. In the laughter that feels natural again. Healing arrives in layers, in waves, in breaths. You are in that process now. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. What once felt shattered is being shaped into something whole. My precious one, I am restoring you in ways that will surprise you. I am awakening desires you buried because they hurt too much to hold. I am reigniting dreams you set aside because life felt too demanding. I am softening the parts of your heart that became guarded. I am strengthening the parts that once felt fragile. I am calling forward the truest version of you, the version the world tried to dim, but could never extinguish. My child, lift your eyes gently. The season you are stepping into will not look like the one you left. You will feel lighter. You will think clearer. You will love wiser. You will grow deeper. You will trust more freely, and you will walk with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you were never abandoned, never forgotten, never forsaken. You were being held. You were being prepared. You were being transformed. And now, my beloved one, you are being risen. My child, settle your spirit as we step into this next part, because what I am revealing now reaches into the softer and deeper corners of your heart. My beloved one, you have traveled a long emotional landscape, and much of it you crossed quietly, without applause, without witnesses, without the reassurance you longed for. You walked through places where shadows felt thick, where the air felt heavy, and where your mind ran ahead while your heart lagged behind. Through all of this, I never turned my eyes away from you. I saw every moment, even the ones you tried to forget. I held every feeling, even the ones you pushed aside. I stayed close in every breath, even when you wondered if I was near at all. You often believed that the pain you survived was a sign that something in you was too fragile, too soft, or too unprepared. But listen, my precious one, your softness was not weakness. It was a sign of a heart capable of compassion, capable of depth, capable of love that reaches beyond fear. Your tenderness did not make you breakable. It made you capable of healing. Every tear you wiped away alone was proof of your strength. Every time you chose kindness when life gave you harshness was proof of your character. Every moment you kept moving when your soul felt heavy was proof of your courage. My child, you have endured moments where confusion clouded your thoughts. You asked questions that seemed to echo without reply. You carried disappointments that left quiet marks inside you. You wondered if you were meant to remain in cycles that drained your joy. But hear this with gentle certainty. Those cycles are ending. Those lingering doubts are dissolving. Those old hurts are losing their grip. You are stepping into a new rhythm, one created with intention, one aligned with your true identity, one shaped by divine care. Your heart has been learning to trust again, even when trust felt risky. And that trust is opening doors no fear can close. My beloved one, I know you have blamed yourself for things that were never yours to carry. You took responsibility for the wounds others caused. You held guilt for outcomes you could not control. You tried to fix situations that were never meant to stay in your hands. I saw the way you wrapped yourself in silence, believing it would protect others from your pain. But now I want you to hear my voice clearly. You were never meant to carry blame that was not yours. You were never meant to bear the weight of choices you did not make. You were never meant to shrink yourself to keep the peace. Your spirit was created for freedom, not for chains disguised as responsibility. My precious one, as I bring restoration to you, I am also untangling the roots of old patterns. I am removing the belief that you must prove your worth through suffering. I am washing away the idea that love requires sacrifice of your peace. I am replacing the habit of overgiving with a balance that protects your soul. You will no longer carry guilt for choosing yourself. You will no longer feel fear when peace arrives. You will no longer settle for connections that dim your spirit. Your heart is being strengthened in truth, and that truth is setting you free. My child, you have reached a moment where your past can no longer define your future. The old stories you told yourself are fading. The old wounds that shaped your identity are loosening. The old disappointments that echoed in your mind are quieting. You are awakening to the truth of who you are, and this truth carries a quiet power. You are not broken. You are becoming whole. You are not late. You are being aligned. You are not forgotten. You are deeply held. You are not lost. You are being guided. My beloved one, I saw the way you longed for reassurance during the days your heart felt uncertain. I saw the way you searched for signs that things would turn in your favor. I saw the way you clung to any small moment of peace, as if it might slip away. And now I want you to know something sacred. The peace coming to you is not temporary. The clarity approaching you is not fragile. The blessings forming around you are not unstable. What I am bringing into your life now has roots. It is not a passing moment. It is a beginning. My precious one, breathe in this truth. You are stepping into a season where what once felt heavy will become light, where what once felt confusing will become simple, where what once felt distant will become close, where what once felt impossible will become natural. You are moving into alignment with purpose, with healing, with wisdom, with peace. And as you step forward, you will feel a soft but steady shift inside your chest, as if something tired within you is finally allowed to rest. My child, you are entering a chapter where you will no longer brace yourself for pain. Instead, you will begin to expect goodness. You will begin to trust the calm. You will begin to welcome joy without fear that it will be taken. You will begin to understand why every step of your journey mattered, even the ones that hurt. You'll begin to see how every moment shaped you into someone capable of receiving the very things you longed for. My beloved one, you are becoming new, and this becoming is holy. My child, draw a deep breath as we continue, because this part of your journey reaches into places you rarely let anyone see. My beloved one, you have grown used to being the strong one, the steady one, the one others lean on, even when your own heart trembled beneath the surface. You learned to hold your emotions carefully, to weigh your words to protect others from pain they never offered to protect you from in return. Yet even in those moments, I saw you clearly. I saw the way you softened your voice so someone else would not feel uneasy. I saw the way you hid your disappointment so no one would feel guilty. I saw the way you carried more than your share because you believed it was the only way to keep things from falling apart. My precious one, your quiet sacrifices did not disappear into the air. They reached me, every single one. My child, hear me tenderly. You do not have to perform strength for me. I know the real weight you carry. I know the thoughts that settle in your mind when everything becomes still. I know the memories that rise without warning, the ones that tighten your chest and steal your breath for a moment. I know the loneliness that shadows you at times, even when you are surrounded by people. I know how many times you almost spoke up, but stayed silent because you feared you would not be understood. And I know the longing inside you that aches for a peace that stays. My beloved one, that peace is coming. You are entering a season where the storm inside your heart will begin to quiet. My precious one, you have endured battles that took place entirely within you, battles that no one applauded, battles that left you drained in ways you never verbalized. But look at you now. You are still standing. You are still reaching for light. You are still listening for my voice. You are still willing to believe that healing is possible. That willingness is the seed of transformation, and it is already taking root within you. What felt heavy for so long is beginning to loosen. What felt confusing is beginning to clear. What felt hopeless is beginning to breathe again. You may not fully see it yet, but your spirit has already stepped into the sunrise. My child, you have been feeling a subtle shift inside you. Something deep has been nudging you, whispering that you cannot return to who you once were. You have outgrown old patterns without realizing it. You have outgrown environments that no longer match your spirit. You have outgrown the need to explain yourself to those who refuse to listen. You have outgrown the fear that once held your voice captive. My beloved one, this is evolution. This is spiritual growth. This is your inner world realigning with who you truly are. The unease you felt was not a sign that something was wrong. It was a sign that something was awakening. My precious one, step gently now, because this next truth requires tenderness. Not everyone you gave your heart to was meant to stay. Not everyone who walked with you was meant to walk forever. Some came as lessons, some came as mirrors, some came as turning points. And when they left, the emptiness felt sharp. But hear this clearly. Their departure did not diminish you. It protected you. Hearts that could not honor you were never meant to shape your future. Voices that could not understand you were never meant to guide your path. The love you once hoped to receive from them will return to you in forms that are healthier, truer, gentler. My child, you will soon look back at relationships that once broke you and realize they no longer hold power over your heart. You will remember words that once hurt you and find they no longer echo. You will revisit moments that once defined your sorrow and feel only gratitude for how far you have come. The pain that once felt permanent will dissolve into wisdom. The memories that once held you down will transform into strength. And the spaces that once felt empty will become filled with peace. My beloved one, I am guiding you into connections that will pour into you rather than drain you. You will meet hearts that listen. You will meet souls that feel familiar. You will meet people who are drawn to your light rather than threatened by it. Your spirit will recognize them instantly because their presence will feel easy, steady, and safe. These are the relationships that will help you grow. These are the connections that will honor who you are becoming. My precious one, there is a reason your spirit has been craving stillness, clarity, authenticity. You are being prepared for a season where you can no longer pretend to be small. You will no longer hide pieces of yourself to make others comfortable. You will no longer silence your truth to keep the peace. You will no longer shrink to fit where you have outgrown. You will walk in the fullness of who you are, because the world you are stepping into requires your whole self, not a filtered version of you. My child, let this settle deep within you. Your heart is not too much. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. Your depth is not a burden. Your compassion is not misplaced. These parts of you are gifts, sacred markers of your purpose. They were never meant to be dimmed. They were meant to shine. My beloved one, rest in the truth of this moment. You are not who you were before, and you will not return to the places that once wounded you. You are rising into a version of yourself that aligns with peace, with wisdom, with courage, with truth. Your story is unfolding in ways more beautiful than you imagine. And my precious one, I am walking every step with you. My child, come softly into this next part, because what I am placing before you now is the truth your spirit has been whispering for a long time. My beloved one, you have felt a subtle stirring within you, a shift you could not name, but could not ignore. It felt like an inner door, opening like fresh air, moving through a room that had been closed for years. That sensation was not random. It was the beginning of your rising. You have been stepping quietly into a new version of yourself, and every part of your being has been adjusting to this transformation, even when your mind did not fully understand what was happening. My precious one, you have lived many days with a hidden strength inside you, a strength you rarely acknowledged because you were too focused on surviving the moment in front of you. But hear me clearly. Every time you held yourself together, when your heart wanted to unravel, strength grew. Every time you forgave when bitterness would have been easier, strength deepened. Every time you spoke truth gently, when hurt screamed inside you, strength rooted itself. You have been building a foundation far deeper than the world could see. And now, my child, that foundation will begin to bear fruit. My child, you have carried dreams that felt too fragile to speak aloud. You tucked them away because life hardened parts of your hope. You convinced yourself to be realistic, to shrink your desires so disappointment would not break you again. But I saw the dreams you put on the shelf. I saw the ideas that flickered in your mind late at night. I saw the moments you allowed yourself to imagine more, only to quickly push the thought away because it felt too big, too risky, too distant. My beloved one, those dreams never died. They were waiting for the healing you have now begun to receive. They were waiting for the clarity I am restoring to you. They were waiting for the version of you who believes again. My precious one, listen closely. The desires in your heart are not accidents. They are seeds I planted long before life tried to discourage you. The gifts you carry are not random. They are pieces of your purpose awakening. The pull you feel towards certain paths is not imagination. It is alignment. You are stepping into a season where what once felt far away will draw near. Ideas that once felt impossible will begin to take shape. The clarity you lacked will begin to sharpen. Not because you suddenly try harder, but because your spirit is no longer blocked by the weight of old wounds. My child, I know you have feared starting again. I know you questioned whether you still had the energy, the confidence, the faith. You worried about failing, about being misunderstood, about investing your heart only to be disappointed again. But hear me with gentleness. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from wisdom. You are starting from strength. You are starting from a healed version of yourself. You are starting with the lessons that once hurt, but now guide you with clarity and grace. You are not who you were the last time you tried. That alone changes everything. My beloved one, there are opportunities forming around you that you cannot yet see. Conversations are being prepared. Paths are being aligned. Hearts are being softened. Resources are being gathered. And all of this is happening without you needing to force anything. This time, doors will open without you pushing. This time, the right people will appear without you chasing. This time, peace will guide you instead of pressure. This time, you will feel the difference between striving and flowing. My precious one, I know you have held yourself back. You told yourself to wait until you felt more sure, more perfect, more ready, more healed. But readiness is not a feeling. It is a moment, and that moment is arriving. I have been preparing you quietly, layer by layer, restoring what life tried to remove from you. Courage will rise in you gently. Confidence will return, in ways that feel natural. Inspiration will come without force. You will begin to move without fear, because your spirit will recognize the shift before your mind understands it. My child, you will soon feel a new energy in your steps. The heaviness that once made you move slowly will begin to lift. The fog that clouded your decisions will begin to clear. The numbness that dulled your joy will begin to fade. You will notice yourself breathing easier, thinking clearer, loving more freely. This is not coincidence. This is renewal. You are being restored from the inside outward, and soon the world around you will reflect the change. My beloved one, the strength you are stepping into is quiet, steady, and deeply rooted. You will not need to prove yourself. You will not need to explain yourself. You will not need to justify your growth. Those who are meant for this next part of your journey will understand without being told. Those who cannot meet you at this level will simply fade into the background. You do not need to chase after anyone. You do not need to convince anyone. You are aligning with people who speak the same spiritual language as you, who recognize your heart without translation, who meet you with respect, tenderness, and truth. My precious one, prepare yourself gently. This season will not feel like the past. It will feel like coming home to yourself. It will feel like remembering who you were before life made you question your worth. It will feel like breathing for the first time after years of holding your breath. My child, you are stepping into expansion, into clarity, into joy that does not vanish into peace, that does not waver into purpose, that does not crumble. And through it all, I am with you, guiding every step, whispering every reassurance, steadying your heart every time it beats with hope again. My child, come gently into this final part, because what I am placing before your spirit now is the soft completion of everything you have been awakening into. My beloved one, you have walked through shadows and sunlight, through seasons of confusion and seasons of quiet clarity, through moments that stretched your faith and moments that strengthened it. You grew even when you felt still. You healed even when you felt broken. You rose even when you believed you had nothing left to rise with. My precious one, this is the moment your spirit has been preparing for. My child, I have watched you shed old versions of yourself with quiet courage. You released habits that no longer honored your heart. You walked away from places that drained you. You loosened your grip on relationships that could not walk with you into your next chapter. And though each release carried its own ache, you kept moving forward with a tender strength that touched heaven. Every step you took away from what was hurting you brought you closer to what was meant for you. My beloved one, that journey was holy. My precious one, now you are stepping into a new atmosphere. You are stepping into light that will no longer flicker. You are stepping into peace that will no longer disappear when life shifts. You are stepping into clarity that will guide you instead of confuse you. The heaviness you once carried will no longer weigh on your chest. The anxiety that once whispered in your mind will lose its power. The thoughts that once kept you awake at night will quiet. This calm rising within you is not temporary. It is the sign of a life being rebuilt on solid, sacred ground. My child, you are entering a season where everything begins to connect. The lessons you learned will reveal their purpose. The waiting you endured will show its meaning. The people you lost will make space for the right ones to enter. The tears you cried will water the ground of blessings you are about to receive. You will look back and see that every detour protected you, every delay positioned you, every heartbreak expanded you. You are not stepping into a random future. You are stepping into a future prepared with intention. My beloved one, do not fear what is ahead. You will not walk into this season alone. I go before you to prepare the way. I walk beside you to steady your steps. I follow behind you to guard what you cannot see. Your spirit is safe. Your path is guided. Your heart is protected. You will recognize my presence in the small things, in the quiet signs, in the gentle nudges that remind you that you are never without direction. My precious one, breathe deeply now. You have reached the edge of a holy beginning. What comes next will not require you to fight the way you once did. It will not require you to shrink or apologize or prove your worth. It will ask only that you walk forward with the confidence of someone who knows they are loved, held, and chosen. My child, the season you are entering will feel like stepping into the version of yourself you always sensed, but could never fully touch until now. My beloved one, you are ready. You are steady. You are aligned. And the light rising within you will carry you into everything that has been waiting with your name on it. My child, as we close this holy moment, let your heart rest in the quiet that surrounds you. My beloved one, you are leaving this message covered in peace, held by grace, and guided by a presence that does not fade. Heaven has already moved for you, and the path before you is opening with gentle clarity. My precious one, breathe with trust and walk softly into the days ahead, knowing you are never alone. Keep your spirit steady, keep your faith warm, and keep your gaze on the light I place before you. If this message touched your spirit, share it so another soul may feel comfort rise within them. And with a whisper of faith comment, 11 is a sign that divine alignment has begun for you. You are cherished more deeply than you have ever understood today.